Amid fierce debate among liberal economists over the size of the next federal stimulus bill, a new analysis from the left-leaning Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy found that 3 of Democrats' anti-poverty initiatives in the draft legislation, another round of direct payments and major expansions of the child tax credit and the earned income tax credit, would boost income for the poorest 20% of Americans by nearly 33% on average. Last week, both the House and the Senate voted to move forward with a joint budget resolution that will eventually allow Democrats to pass Biden's sweeping $1.9 trillion relief agenda without any support from Republicans. That budget resolution directed House and Senate committees to begin drafting their versions of the package, which will eventually be assembled into a single bill for each chamber to vote on. ITEP's analysis was based on draft legislation released this week by House Democrats. It's possible the details of these proposals could change over the next few weeks. Legislation under special budget rules can be passed with only a simple majority of Democrats, but that means that the final bill must be acceptable to all members of the caucus, since Democrats hold just 50 Senate seats and cannot afford to lose a single vote without gaining a Republican vote to make up the difference. Not included in the ITEP's analysis is a proposal to increase the federal minimum wage from $7.25 per hour to $15 per hour over the next 5 years. The House included the $15 minimum wage hike in its draft version of Biden's relief bill, and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, D.N.Y., said Tuesday that Democrats were consulting with the Senate parliamentarian to determine if that proposal, a major priority for Biden and progressives, could be included in the final legislation. There are still questions about whether the wage hike would qualify for the special budget reconciliation process that prevents the inclusion of provisions that aren't related to the federal budget. 900,000. That's how many people the $15 per hour minimum wage plan championed by Biden and other top Democrats would lift out of poverty, the Congressional Budget Office said Monday. The CBO also noted that the initiative would cost 1.4 million jobs and add $54 billion to the cumulative federal budget deficit. Raising the minimum wage, among other initiatives to address rising inequality in the U.S., is a level of fiscal policy activism not seen since President Lyndon Johnson's War on Poverty initiatives in the 1960s, analysts from Morgan Stanley wrote in a research report on Tuesday. House Democrats reject push to lower income threshold for stimulus checks. Forbes Democrats propose sending $3,000 per child to millions of American families. Forbes stimulus check debate wears on as House committees begin work on Biden's $1